Angu, good afternoon. Hello, bro. Hello. Can you hear me, Leslie? I think we're Cameroon, and Franco Adam for Leslie now. We are Cameroon, okay. Yeah, we're now Leslie back. Angu. Okay, very nice man. Also, who how say Sunny Dara, Anne. Aye. Okay, I guess because I can need education. Is politics a career? So we just say, "Wow, you Franco." The name was a Omunya's Kentino, so let me talk to my colleague journalist, an African writer, chief executive officer for kick442.com, Leslie Angu. He's a Cameroonian. Angu, good afternoon.
Good afternoon from Cameroon. Welcome to Cameroon, and good afternoon to the entire family of Ash FM and to the people of Kumasi listening to your radio this afternoon.
And I hope you are good.
We are good. It's another good day in Cameroon. Somehow a busy day for the sports reporting family, having received the list from Coach Rigobert Song Bahana. You know, it's after AFCON 2021. It's now time for us to start a fresh journey to Ivory Coast in 2023.
In that list is the current leading goal scorer for the Ghana's Premier League, in the shape of Mbella Latest, who plays for one of the biggest clubs in Ghana, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I think I'm right.
He plays for one of the biggest clubs in Africa. Yes, this must be said. Asante Kotoko is as big as Wydad Casablanca, as Raja, as Petro Atletico, and you name them. So I think the guys covered a lot of ground this season. Many did not see him covering this length in a period of 6 months. I say 6 months from October when he arrived the camp in Dubai to join up with the rest of the Kotoko squad. Few of us bet on this guy, bang on him to make success in Ghana. Haven't known him back in the Cameroon League with his exploits, especially in his final season with AS Fortuna. So seeing him in the national team is long awaited. As a matter of fact, in the match window, when Rigobert Song Bahana released his squad for the FIFA World Cup playoffs against the Desert Foxes of Algeria, my platform did release a story saying Coach Rigobert Song had left out red hot Mbella Latest and picked up or called up out of favor strikers, and it was an elaborate analysis because as at back then we thought he had scored just about 13 goals then or so, but we thought he had enough or done enough to be in the blocks of the Lions. So having ranks is a welcome development because we of the media, a lot of us believe that selection into national teams should be down to performance on the pitch and talk about performance on the pitch. I don't think that a striker is not what he's doing. He's a playmaker. He's
hello, Leslie.
But he's arrived Kumasi and had new blessings and a new role under Coach Obum. I'm happy that he is in the Cameroon national selection, and I wish him luck.
How has the Cameroonians received the news? I'm talking about the soccer loving fans of Cameroon. How have they received the news of Song having called Mbella?
It's been greeted with excitement. Cameroonians are quite happy that he has been invited to the national team. Cameroonians are quite happy about it because many are those who had called for or admit this Clarence call about included in the national selection because he's shown enough. I mean, there is no Cameroonian across whose hit the back of the net as regular as this boy has done in this between October and now. Kale can be across the season, including for club and country. Maybe Vincent Abubakar for club and country, but what he has done for his club alone in the Ghanaian Premier League, which is not a walk in the park, it's deserving of a call up to the national team. Yes, he would not come in there and stick clean for a starter's role. He will learn gradually. He is just 20, but I think one perspective that many have that in the national team, it should be made to it should be is the danger to the last team that won the zonal tournament in December 2020 for under 20 categories. He came with the under 20 team in the build up to the AFCON in yes, he didn't make the cut to that. Tournament, go in there and make a strong statement for himself first of all, and why not for the Ghanaian Premier League.
We have two Cameroonians in Ghana, and they are both playing for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I talked to a colleague journalist, just like I'm talking to you now, and he was of the opinion that of the two, Infege is much known in Cameroon, but they were surprised that it is rather Mbella who is making the headlines. How will you react to this? Do you share the same sentiments with the other colleague that yes, when the two were coming, it was rather Infege that you had banked your hopes on, but surprisingly, it is Mbella who has made the headlines? Hello, Leslie.
Rodrigue Omba is a better footballer. He's a more complete. Yes, but I tell you up to now, taking cognizance of the fact that Figure has scored 6 goals in Ghana and Mbella has scored 19. I tell you up till now that Figure at 24 is a more complete footballer than Mbella Ituga. Yes, it's true that Mbella has hit the back of the net more frequent in his time on the books of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But Figure is a more complete footballer. He may not have had the luck and maybe the finesse in the final third that Mbella has had in Ghana. I think maybe the pressure of being the big money signing between the two of them, the pressure of being in a new country, being a more, Figure, wherever he's played, he's been a leader, especially at Avion. He was a leader for 3 years before coming there. So he came in, he didn't just go into the team immediately. I think all of that played a part. He started playing, no doubt he started playing before Mbella. He got a chance to get minutes before Mbella, but I think the pressure that he came around, or he came over for $30,000, and Mbella came over for $20,000. Maybe that extra price, that extra $10,000 on his price, on his transfer fee, pulled away on his shoulders. But I think over time, if he stays in Kumasi next year, he is going to do better than he has done this year. Maybe it's the year for him to put his brother on the spotlight, and then why not take responsibility next year? Especially given the fact that Mbella is linked with a move to clubs, all over Europe. I think that this year is maybe Mbella's year. Let's see what Figure brings to the fold next year.
Ash 101.1 FM. We are talking to a colleague journalist, he's a writer from kick442.com. In fact, he's the chief executive officer. Angu Leslie, we're talking to him about Ruben Song having called Mbella international team. And he has also talked about Infege, that yes, Mbella has been called international team, but he thinks Infege is a more mature and a more complete player than Mbella. Can you give us an update? Because about 2-3 weeks ago, we had news that the officials of Avion were threatening to take Asante Kotoko to FIFA concerning the payment of Mbella. Can you give us an update on that?
For quite some time now, I've not spoken with officials of Avion to that effect, but I will do in the days ahead. Once I do, we did carry that story. Once I do in the days ahead, I will be able to come back with further updates. But I hope, and I sincerely hope, that this is settled as fast as possible, because to an extent, I think that this aspect also, the the controversies around Fege's transfer has also played a part in his output for Kumasi Asante Kotoko this season. I think for the sake of serenity, Kotoko should treat this business and move on, because if you look at the transfer value, the market value, the transfer market of a player like Mbella now, and even Figgy, their market values, I mean, they've skyrocketed to beyond imaginable heights. So there shouldn't be squabbles between Kotoko and Avion for a party sum of $15,000. I said it's not small money, but going by the standard and the quality that both players, the contribution that both players have had at Kotoko this season. Yes, it's true that Mbella came from another club, from IS Fortuna. They don't have issues with IS Fortuna, but I think that just the chemistry between these two, what is produced for Kotoko, they shouldn't have squabbles about any of the player. Talk less of a player like Mfigi, who may be a massive part of their activities next season in the CAF Interclub competition.
With the likes of Chupo Motin, Vincent Abubakar, per what they've done for the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, how does Mbella fit in? Because looking at these players and their pedigree, and I'm looking at Mbella, where he's coming from, how does he fit into the scheme of things?
No disrespect for the Swallows of Burundi or for the Harambee Stars of Kenya, but I think that players like Mbella Ituga, Paul, Josh, Kevin, and Kudu, these new players coming to the block, Olivier Kemen, the new players getting their first call up to the senior national team of Cameroon should be given a run in the team, so the coach can Rigobert Songbahana can see what they can produce. It's part of the qualifiers for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, but it's also the building process for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which comes up later this year in Qatar. So I think that Chupo Moting may be there, or he will be there. Vincent Abubakar will be there, and many more established players, Leandro Kanata. But these boys coming in for the first time need to get their chance, because the other ones are proven lions. This younger generation, or this. He's a free man. He's a free man. I think if he's thrown in there, he would express some of the goals he scored for. Like it's schoolboys football. He score goals like it's schoolboys football. So I don't think he's going to be in difficulties.
Lastly, thanks so much for your time, and
it's my
Kumasi and Ghana will always wish Mbella the best of luck. I hope he comes there and makes a mark to make Kotoko and then Ghana proud. Thanks so much for talking to us.
It is my pleasure, and I want to use this opportunity to say special congratulations to the Ghanaian media for the wonderful work you guys have done around these boys. Without your efforts, even with their performance, it wouldn't have been this big, but your efforts have really played a telling role to put these guys on the spotlight. I hope they remain performant and give you guys something to shout about regularly.
May God bless us all. Okay.